Hey everybody, welcome. I'm so glad that you're all streaming in. I see everybody coming on board here. Let me just tell you, I'm Steve McDonald. A lot of you don't know who I am. I'm president of the Practical Social Media University, and we've been proudly serving over 8,000 direct sellers and network marketers since 1998. That's before a lot of the social media opportunities, in fact, most of them that we're going to be talking about today, were even in existence. But as everybody's streaming in, and I see Chelsea, Ileana, Caroline, Daniel, Renee, Dee, Lauren, welcome. Welcome everybody. Colleen, Sandra. Let me just say a couple of things about what you're going to learn as everybody's still kind of getting online. And I want to make sure also, it's always a good idea to make sure that you can hear me. So if you wouldn't mind going over to the chat box over there on the right side of the page and just letting me know, say, yes, I can hear you, sounds clear, whatever you want to say, and then we'll get right into things here, okay? And, I already see Moxie, yep, thank you very much. Sarah, Katrina, you can all hear me. Faye, you can hear me, fantastic. Well, let me do this. Let me just say that what I'm going to tell you today is a combination of things I guarantee you've never heard before. It's a combination of new things. It's a combination of things that are foundational to marketing your business. But we're going to put it together in a plan that I want you to go through this presentation and just think about, does this just make intuitive sense? Right? Everything that we're going to talk through here today not only has been tested time and time again by over 8,000 others before you that we've worked with, but it's proven to be successful. So with that, I'm going to launch into something that's a big change. Bye-bye Facebook friend requests. Let me give you a hint. In fact, let me just tell you directly what this is all about. This is all about Facebook has now given you the opportunity to send a message automatically right into the Facebook Messenger inbox of anybody who comments on a post or a boosted post on your Facebook page. I know a lot of you have Facebook pages. If you don't have a Facebook page, don't worry. It's super simple to do. And posting on your page is no different than posting on your personal profile. People just know it comes from your Facebook page. But where this is groundbreaking, game-changing for you is that those automated messages, you create your Facebook page, right? And you write out the post that makes sense for the audience that you're speaking to. And you've all seen the kind of posts that I'm talking about, where they're very simple questions, where people can put very simple answers. You might even say, just type in yes or no in the comments below. But you get people commenting. And then in advance, what you do is you create a message that's in context, right, for the post and the audience that you're reaching out to. And you send that to them automatically, no matter what time of day or night, when they comment, which is the perfect time because that's when they stopped, they saw your boosted post, your ad in the news feeds, they're excited, they're interacting with you. So we're going to show you examples of how you can do this to get tons of new leads, because when you send them that automatic message and they open it up and interact with it in any way, they become what's called a subscriber of your page. You can now message them anytime that you want, any day of the week. Sound good? Well, let me show you a little bit about what I mean in particular. I'm going to give you some examples. But first, here's my promise to you, okay? It's all newbie friendly. You can do this from scratch. You don't need any big social media following. You don't need any marketing training. You don't have to have any technical background. I guarantee it. So no leads, no list, no following, no problem, okay? This is something you literally can start from scratch. We've had literally, we've talked to, we train on this. I was a part of training, putting a whole social media training curriculum together for corporate offices to take out to the field. I've worked with founding members. I've worked with top performers. I've worked with people that were ready to quit the business. I've worked with people that said, you know what, I'm brand new, but I want to learn. I want to know how I can make it big in this business. So no problem, all right? You can do this. Now remember the awkward situations, right? Where you're approaching people and they don't even really know sometimes why you're approaching them. You're trying to strike up a conversation, a relationship where there isn't really any started. Well, the right leads are going to start coming to you. That's going to change the dynamic completely. If you have people approaching you with what you're doing in your business and saying, I want to be a part of that, that is very different than you one-on-one manually reaching out to people and trying to create a relationship that hasn't been there. Because unfortunately, what ends up happening is we all have our warm market of people that we already know, but those dry up, right? And they don't go on forever. So this is your new strategy. As we get into this, you're going to be able to recreate a never-ending warm market of people that trust and believe in you. That's a promise here, just like your warm market. Okay? So let me do this. Oh, by the way, I have to mention this. Automatically in one-on-one conversations, because when you send that message out automatically to people that literally comment on your Facebook posts, guess what? You're initiating a one-on-one conversation, but you're setting it up once to happen every single time. Okay, so here's a really great example. Okay, this is a rep in the industry, Raquel. I got 21 new subscribers yesterday. Remember, the subscribers are the people that you're now in a one-on-one conversation with because you sent them that message, they opened it up and interacted with it in any kind of a way. I got 21 new subscribers yesterday just from posting a question about coping skills. Now, remember when I said boosting posts out to your audience? Right? We're going to talk about marketing fundamentals here in a minute. But Raquel's audience, she is a mother of an autistic child, and she reaches out to other autistic children or mothers of autistic children. And so we're going to talk about reaching your perfect audience. And every time we do it, just remember this. We're going to open up the floodgates to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. We're not going to limit you in your business. We're going to open up the potential floodgates of people coming to you that are in your perfect customer audience. So Raquel, she reaches out to other autistic moms of autistic children. Now she talked about coping skills. 21, she did $4.84 and got into 21 new conversations. She said, I paused it after an hour because they were coming in faster than I expected, and I made additional changes, or I wanted to, in that message that she sent out. So she got too scared. She had too much coming in. She paused it. She said, before, I had over 1,600 likes on my page, and I'd post something, I'd get just crickets. But now, look at this. In just 2.5 hours, she got 21 new convos. She's in convos with all of them forming relationships. Now, she's a yes from the GIF. Now, if you know, down below when people write a comment in, they can just click that little GIF button, GIF button, and up comes a window where you just type in any kind of a word, and you have all these choices of these little animated images, GIFs, that you can post. So she just had people post little GIFs about coping skills with their autistic children that they love so much. She got 21 new conversations started in 2.5 hours for $4.84. Now here's another one. Here's a second boosted post off a Facebook page as an example. This is Mary. Mary is a diabetic woman. She reaches out to other diabetic women online. Very simple post, Wishful Thinking Wednesday. If you could choose one food and make it completely carb and calorie free, what food would you choose? Let's dream together and I'll send you the link to my diabetic friendly crockpot cookbook. Now look at this. Not only is it very targeted, right? Diabetic friendly crockpot cookbook, right? But look at the amount of comments that she got. 118 comments. People are putting in chocolate, crusty Italian bread, blackberry cobbler, cake. Now, this is the thing. Every time somebody commented below to this very simple question, they got an automatic message that Mary created once. Here's her message. And there's an easy tool you can use to create these messages and set it all up. It says, hey, first name, because Facebook knows your first name. Wouldn't it be nice if we could pick and choose the foods that have carbs on which days? I know it's hard to please the carb lovers in our lives while keeping our numbers, as a diabetic woman, in check. So here's the link to get my free diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook. Thanks for dreaming with me. Anybody clicks on that, they've interacted with her message, they're a subscriber, she can now message them one-on-one. And let me tell you, she makes really good use. She put together this crockpot cookbook one time for her diabetic audience, and she uses it all the time. She said, I got 71 new subscribers from that campaign. She spent $25, that's 35 cents a lead, from her perfect customer niche that are already in a one-on-one conversation with her. I hope this is getting really exciting. I hope that this makes you kind of tingle because this is just the beginning of what you could be doing. All right. Now, this is another rep, Melissa. I created my first post, boosted it, and also attached the message bot. What's the message bot? That's just what they call the technology, Facebook, that you attach between your Facebook page and sending that automatic message into people's messenger account. They call it a chatbot, or bot for short. Nothing scary about it, just a new terminology. So I attached the message bot. I'm excited. I said, did you do all this morning? He said, yeah, yes, I did. It's super easy to do. Okay, so does this sound easy enough to you to do? Just go ahead in the chat box over there. Type in yes. If this sounds like something you can do, which is literally just posting to people who are just like you. People who you could create a relationship with no problem because you've got so much in common with, and they come to you because you got into their news feed, right? With a Facebook post that you boosted out, and they started to comment. You sent them that message automatically, so you set it all up just once, and when they interact with that message, you're now in a one-on-one conversation with them. It's really just that easy. So let me look over here. Let's see. Yep. Ileana, yes. Carolina, yes. Renee, yes. Colleen, yes. Jean, for sure. I've heard of this, says Tracy. Zoe, yes. Brooke, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. This is just the beginning, all right? We're going to go over an entire plan here, live, right now, to make sure you have all the tools in place that you need. Sound good? So I'm just going to keep going here. This is the first of 4 magnetic conversation starting ideas, all right? There's 4 other, and now I also have 4 other things that I'm going to promise to you that are must-have action steps for you in your business too. So completely newbie friendly, start from scratch with the right plan, okay? So let me go into what I think is the right plan. Because again, right in the middle of the page there, we've done this with over 8,000 others in the industry that have grown their downlines tremendously. So we know it works, but you have to have some marketing fundamentals that you put into place. That's the marketing 101 side. And you got to use some of the tools that are now available to you that you probably never knew existed before, especially the ones inside of Facebook Messenger marketing to do these automated messages to people who are commenting on your Facebook posts. Sound good? So here it is in total, 4 must-have action steps. So get ready to write these down, okay? And then we've gone over just one, the 4 fastest way to start Facebook conversations. Because what we want you to do, we know as much as this is a relationship business, it's a volume business too. So everything we're going to talk about here today, we're literally going to help you start the right kind of conversations with people coming to you. Getting more automation into your business, all right? That's how you're going to get growth. We're also going to talk about the whole follow-up process too, so stay tuned. So auto one-on-one conversations, custom leads. When you reach out to people, your perfect customer, that's going to be a fundamental marketing 101. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But they're the right leads for you that are coming to you from low-cost Facebook ads, from your Facebook page. And those leads coming to you, like I said, that changes the dynamic quite a bit, right? Because now you're just responding. You're not having to spend tons and tons of time just to get people to engage with you. Strike up that conversation. Okay, so if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So let's continue on here. This is Facebook Messenger, right? It's a messaging app. You can see it on the left hand there in the upper right corner of the left-hand image. And inside it's just inbox, outbox, right? Well, I want you to think about this in a whole new way. Facebook has created what they call a development platform. You don't have to do anything with it. You just got to use it, right? But there's just legions of developers that are enabling all kinds of new things that you can do inside of here. Did you know that you can book hotel reservations in Messenger, buy t-shirts? You should think about it more like the functionality of a web page than just this inbox outbox. Now here's Mark Zuckerberg, founder, CEO, King Goobot, right, of Facebook. He's at this latest developers conference and he's going through a 10-year roadmap. Now right in the middle is Messenger. Here's why it's so important to them and you. Did you know that Messenger now has over 1.2 billion active monthly conversations? So your target market, the perfect customer avatar for you and your business, is on Facebook Messenger. And that's where the one-on-one conversations happen. And remember, a lead isn't a good lead unless you're in a one-on-one conversation with them. So this is where the conversation is happening. Now, look at this. If you take the top 4 messaging apps and you look at it versus the top 4 social networks, they've actually overcome in volume on monthly active users, the top 4 messaging apps versus the top 4 social networks in total. So not only is this where the conversation is happening, but this is where the volume of the opportunity is happening. Because if we can help you get into more one-on-one conversations with the perfect leads for your business that come to you, we know you can grow. All right, so we already talked with Mary. Remember, she's a diabetic woman, reaches out to other diabetic women. Here is Mark. He's another rep in the industry. He's a police officer. He reaches out to other police officers online. They both have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads that come to them every single month. So remember when I said we got 4 must-have action steps? Write this one down. Focus. The very, very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick a group of people who are just like you to serve. And that's going to be the focus of your business. Why? Well, A, not only are they going to interact with you, like low-cost boosted posts that you can put out, they're much more likely to interact and comment and strike up that one-on-one conversation with you because they're just like you. But they're going to look at you and they're going to say, you're an insider. You get it. You're just like me. You get this crazy life that I lead. Now, that puts you in a very unique position. Remember when I said I'm going to show you how you can recreate on a never-ending basis a whole new warm market. And when you do these low-cost Facebook ads, you get out in front of tens of thousands of these people at the same time. And when I talk about picking a group that you're going to go after, anybody that we're going to focus on here, we're going to show you how to pick a target niche, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands online across all the territory that you can cover. All right, so this isn't limiting. This is absolutely liberating in your business. But I don't want you to take it from me. Look at this. This is Inc. Magazine, How to Narrow Your Target Market. Companies that try to be all things to all customers are sure to fail. They never once said, if you reach a certain size, but if you're a solo entrepreneur growing your business, this doesn't apply to you. This is a marketing 101 fundamental. This is from Entrepreneur Magazine. Why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master of none. A deep understanding of their customers and their customers' needs and the ability to stay engaged with those customers, that's what's key. When you're right in the middle of a group of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people online that are just like you know what their needs are. You can talk to them as an insider, get that trust and credibility built up. Now, I'd have you go to Google and type in Wikipedia target market, and you'll see this. A well-defined target market is the first element to a marketing strategy. This is foundational in your business, the very first thing that you should be doing. Now, this is another rep. This is Amanda Howland. And this is somebody that just joined her team, Shauna, that sent her a Facebook message. I think the part that really drew me in was that you're a music teacher also. So she's a music teacher, Amanda, and reaches out to other music teachers online. Now, she went on to say, it was before this long, arduous process, and I felt gross and salesy, like I was scraping to get by. Now I have customers coming to me every month, new recruits joining my team, and a community of super like-minded ladies who get me. We want this happening for you and your business. Now, this was one of many of the annual corporate get-togethers, annual meetings, right? And this was corporate put this up. Define who you are and who you want to serve, right? Again, a marketing 101 fundamental absolutely applies anywhere in the direct sales and network marketing industry as well. Because hundreds and hundreds of thousands are going to be the size of the target avatar, the niche market that you're going to define of people who are just like you. Again, way, way huge in terms of volume, not limiting for your business at all. It brings such power to your business. Like Amanda was just telling me the other day, she was saying, it would take sometimes days, weeks, months just to get that relationship established. But when you do this, that relationship is already there. It's already built in because they look at you and they say, you get it. You understand me. You're an insider. Okay. Here's the second must-have action step, all right? It's all about scale. I want you to get scale in 2 ways in your business. By doing things more efficiently, right? The first one, getting focus in your business, not trying to be everything to everybody. That's huge efficiency and power you're bringing to your business. But I want you to get scale too by not doing as many things one-on-one, but more things one-to-many. Now, let me break this down and give you a couple of examples. So I also said at the very beginning, That was the first magnetic conversation starting idea, right? Using that auto commenting feature or auto message feature to people who comment on your Facebook posts. Here's another really great one. This is prospecting. It's one-on-one prospecting out on all the top social networks. But when you do it and you do it right, now you can pinpoint these people because you know exactly who you're trying to connect with. And the ability for them to recognize who you are and engage with you, answer back, and get into a conversation because they see you just like them. It is so much greater. So your prospecting efforts go up dramatically in terms of the efficiency that you have. In fact, we have in our university a whole series on what you do on all the top social networks, and we teach you how to get 10 new social media conversations started in 15 minutes every single day. Now that's a whole new lead flow, right? Now, this is another rep, Shannon. She said, can I just say that this is crazy what an abundance of possibilities and endless people there are to connect with through the different social media platforms. If anyone dares say they don't have anyone to talk to, well, you might just want to find a different excuse for why you're not succeeding. Just have your blog and your profile set up so that people know what you're about. What you're about is being somebody just like them, serving them and their unique needs. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit later about blogs, which is just a website, and it's not a scary topic. It's not a huge time suck, and your profiles, because those are two very, very important elements of your marketing campaign. So here's the third magnetic conversion starting idea, all right? This is all about low-cost Facebook boosted posts or ads for your conversation starting offers. Now, marketing fundamental, one-on-one, fundamental is you have offers, right? All businesses have offers, and it's not just the corporate products and services, all right? I'm talking about offers that are created specifically for your target market avatar, your niche market, because you know what they need. You know what their unmet needs are. Now, remember Mary, the diabetic woman, and she gave away that free diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook just for dreaming with her? That's an example of an offer. And remember, there she is. She gave it in that automated message that she sent to everybody who commented that dreamed with her that day. And she got 71 new conversations started for 35 cents each. Not too bad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a whole new offer that you can make, that you can deliver. You create it once. It's a free Facebook group, probably 5 to 7 days, somewhere in that range. Now, here's just a couple of cover photos from Mary's group. It's her diabetic-friendly crock pot cookbook group, all right? Now, the goal here is just to simply, on scale, 1 to many, get people into a Facebook group where then you can interact with them. Now, Mary, just last month, she got over 250 all new leads into her free group. Now, you couldn't possibly get that many one-on-one conversations started and manage them. But she gets these people in, and then she interacts with them. The ones that are interacting the most and engaging the most is the ones that she puts up high on her leads, the highest quality leads. So what she does is just low-cost Facebook boosted posts to attract people to a free Facebook group, low risk, that's created specifically for her customer avatar. So let me give you just some examples here of what I'm talking about. You could do it on recipes like that. You could do it on fashion tips. You could do it on beauty tips, clean eating, meal planning, exercising, budgeting, decluttering, and then very, very niche only, right? All of these you tailor to your niche. But here's an example. There was a rep, Nicole Buchanan, and she was a teacher. And she said, you know what? Teachers have a really hard time staying hydrated during the day because we can't drink a lot because we're constantly in front of our children. And in between classes, there's limited time. We're at lunch. I'm on the phone. I'm returning emails. I'm helping somebody out with a homework assignment. But I know how to help teachers. And she says, you don't realize this, but we all as teachers understand it's really hard to stay hydrated. She had over 300 people in her very first hydration group, free group for teachers. Do you see what I mean? We're using marketing 101 fundamentals. We're looking at our target group, our customer avatar, and we're saying, what is a problem that they have that I understand fully, and how do I help them? And in doing so, I'm going to attract so many new people to my business. I'm going to create relationships on scale like crazy. I hope this is just making good sense. Remember at the beginning when I said, is it intuitive? I hope it's just making really good sense to you. Okay, now this is another rep, Elizabeth, running my biggest clean eating group ever, free group, so lots of conversations and follow-ups to do. She had over 63 people that joined, all from her boosted Facebook post. It got 17 shares over 5 days for $18. What I want to know is, I want you to go into the chat box, right? Tell me, can you do this? We're talking about something that's easy, right? You've all done Facebook posts. This is a post that you boost on your Facebook page for an offer you create for your perfect customer avatar. It's free for them, so it's easy for them to accept. It's low risk, but it gets you in conversations, one too many, building relationships with scale. So I want to know, go in there. Can you do this? Let me go check. Let me see what you're doing over here. All right, Moxie. I will do it. Love it. Dale, I never knew about this. Renee, May, Sandra, I can. Jean, yes. Stephanie, yes. Roland, yes. I love it, you guys. Okay, I'm going to keep going on here because we've got lots more to cover. This is another rep, Sammy. And she's a woman that suffers from PCOS and reaches out to other women that suffer from PCOS. She spent $27.95 on a boosted post for her free group, and in a day and a half got 96 people in there. And I told her, just like I said, right? Engagement, when you focus on people who are just like you, who trust you right from the beginning, engagement on all levels goes up. So engagement inside the groups, I said, how was it? She said, it's like night and day. It's almost funny. And I'm more excited about it. I definitely lost my passion with a lot of groups that flopped. And everyone is so supportive of everyone because everyone gets what everyone else is going through. So here's my question. How many leads are you going to get over the next week? 75, 50, 65, 100? Go into the chat box. Tell me. I want to hear, based on what you've already learned here, we got so much more. What are you going to do this next week? Let's see what your goals are, right? We have to set goals. We have to achieve, right? We have to believe in ourselves. So let me see. Becky, 75, fantastic. Jeremy, 65. Lauren, 75. Craig, 100. Yolanda, 200. I love it. Let's reach for those goals. Love it. Lita, 100. Zoe, 50. You guys, this is going to be a game changer in your business. So remember we talked about Mark, and he's a police officer, reaches out to other police officers, gets 250 plus free group people from his niche, police officers, what he calls first-time responders, into his free group every single month. Now he says, I make $50,000 a year working my business 2 hours a day on the side because he's a full-time police officer. He's got court duties. He's got a wife and 2 kids. In fact, he just brought his wife home from working full-time. I average a reach of over 80,000 people within his customer niche. Remember, we were talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, right? Within my niche audience through Facebook ads every month, all leading to my free Facebook group. This is what we mean by getting scale in your business. You can literally, with a low-cost boosted post, get in front of tens of thousands of people at a time. And then if you've got something that's compelling, that offer, that marketing 101 fundamental for your particular niche, doesn't have to be about the corporate products and services, they're going to start joining your group. You've started the conversation. And you've got tons of one-on-one conversations that are starting too, because I'm going to show you how on the boosted post for offers, you can get people commenting like crazy. So that's coming up. Stay tuned here, all right? Now, once you've started the conversation, you can recreate that warm market of never-ending leads. And remember, your previous warm market, they had a pre-established relationship with you, so there's some level of trust. That's what we're starting out here. And I'm going to show you from just a low-cost boosted post how you can really accentuate that trust and credibility, literally with a cold market, people you've never heard before, and turn them into a warm market from a pool of hundreds of thousands. You can share the business opportunity. You have to help people while you're doing what you love. You know how to do that, right? Share your parties, recruit more hostesses, and get more bookings. If that's the end of the business that you're in, we're just talking about getting the conversation started, right? Move leads into customers with paid Facebook groups. So I talked about free Facebook groups. But now I'm going to talk about groups where somebody's got to buy a product bundle or a pack. Right? And what happens when people buy this in your business right now, you're helping them use that, get started anyways. You just formalize that process, put it into a group, and now there's additional value you've just added to the very product bundle that you were selling. because now you're going to put them into a group of people that are just like them, all learning how to use it on their own together, and you're in there helping them. You do these things once and then you use it over and over again. It's a great way to get new sales. So let me give you an example. This is Mary. This is the bottom of her boosted post for what she calls her challenge group, where you got to buy a product bundle in order to get in. Now, you can see right up here at the top right, are you ready to get Sugar Mama Strong? Click here to join the group. You can click over and join the group, or comment below interested for more information. Now, look at all these interesteds here, right? Every single one of those interesteds gets an automatic message sent to them because they commented. So in a call to action on her boosted post, she just told people to comment. A very simple comment. Now she gets literally tons and tons and tons of one-on-one conversations started automatically because of this very feature. And look at this. 79 comments, 67 shares, 612 different kinds of engagements. And that number just went up. So when we talk about when somebody literally comments, they can comment anything, that's where the page responds not only privately, but automatically, no matter what time of day or night. The whole idea here is to get the one-on-one conversation started, and then you can manually carry it on. But if somebody comments at, say, 10:30 at night on Mary's post here, and she's not on Facebook, well, when's the perfect time to start that one-on-one conversation? Yeah, when they saw it in their news feed, they stopped, they read, and they literally commented. So you want to start it right then and there. That's why you want to do it automatically, and then carry it on from then. All right, by using a boosted post and a chatbot, which is just the technology, we showed you can fill in the blank kind of thing. It's very easy to do. Mary got 92 leads that know they need to pay. These aren't just leads. These are leads that know, because it was a part of her boosted post, that they had to pay to be a part of this group. And remember, Mary gets 250 plus into her free Facebook group every month too. We're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new conversations. So why use Facebook's new technology, their chatbot? Well, it's to get into those automatic conversations you're going to carry on around the topics you pick, right? You pick your perfect customer avatar. You pick the Facebook page, what goes up on there, the particular post, what you're saying, right? And then through instant one-on-one messaging, you start those conversations with better response rates. Remember, 90+% are going to open these at the perfect time. Okay. No tech skills needed. I just have to keep throwing that in, all right? All the Facebook Messenger training is inside our university now, step-by-step instructions so you know exactly what you need to do. Now, here's the must-have action step number 3 of 4. This is critical to establishing trust and credibility with a cold market, people who are just like you, but you've never met them before, through a Facebook boosted post, all right? It's all about the message. Now, listen to this. This is from Harvard, the new science of customer emotions. Here's what they say. Most companies fail to align themselves with the emotions that drive their customers' most profitable behaviors. Well, what are your most profitable behaviors? When somebody buys, right, they become a customer and join your team. So how are we using the emotional triggers, the unmet emotional needs, to drive those particular behaviors? Now, this is Nielsen, the TV ratings people, right? We're ruled by our emotions, and so are the ads we watch. It's no secret that emotions are central to advertising. They're at the heart of the relationship we have with brands. They drive our non-conscious decisions and play a major role in our conscious decisions too. Now, look at this. This we've all seen. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Somewhere in school or somewhere, right? Every basic human need that we have is on this pyramid. It starts at the bottom with physiological needs, food, shelter, and water. Every other need is based in emotion, safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem, self-actualization. So when we can tie into the unmet emotional triggers, the needs of our niche, which we know because we're right in the middle of it, that's when we're going to trigger the kind of behaviors for people to take an action step towards us in the business. Now, guys, does this just make sense? Remember, I said everything here should be intuitive. If it makes sense, go over into the chat box and just let me know. Let me know that this is making good sense to you. I mean, we all know that we're emotional creatures. We all know that emotions sell, right? We've heard that before. We've read that before. This shouldn't be anything new. Let me go over here. Let me see. So, Becky, totally. Yep. Jeremy, yes. Oh, D, yes, sir. 100% said Nicole. Katrina, yes. Yes from Faye. Yes from Jean. Okay, great. Now let me do this. Let me show you exactly how you use this, how you tactically put it together. So remember Mary, diabetic woman, right? I asked her, what's the unmet emotional need? What's at the top of the list in terms of things that only as an insider you would really know? She said, our own families don't even understand what we go through. She said, my husband, he's not diabetic. My kids, they're not diabetic. They don't understand how it affects everything that I think from the time I wake up in the morning, everything I do, everything I eat, everything I prepare for my family, but my community does. We look at each other and say, you do get it. So look at this. I showed you the bottom of Mary's challenge group. Remember, for a paid group, a boosted post. This is the top of it. Hey, sugar mamas, let's talk. The reality of diabetes is, it is overwhelming having to manage blood sugars while handling day-to-day responsibilities, taking care of our families, and working every day. The people closest to us often don't understand what we go through to manage our numbers in A1C. This is why, to an audience of people you've never met before, but they're just like you, that's you target them on Facebook. Mary targets other diabetic women that have never met her before. But when you talk as an insider with the unmet emotional needs that only your target market niche would know, an insider, someone who really gets it, understands, that's how you build trust and credibility through a single Facebook post and create a never-ending warm market from hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. I hope this is really exciting stuff, right? And we're just talking about posts on Facebook and boosting them out. This is not hard stuff. Now, let me give you this is another really great example. So this is from Rep. Linda Hopkins, and she's a daycare provider, reaches out to other daycare providers. This went up unboosted on her Facebook page that she created for her particular target market avatar 2 weeks prior. Look at the kind of engagement, 780 likes, 96 comments, 232 shares. Here's to you, daycare providers. To you who kisses boo-boos and wipes tears, who cleans butts with flair and catches puke with class, who gives comfort to scared little hearts and drinks pretend tea when it's given to you, who wipes noses 1,000,000 times in one day and reads the same story over and over again, who takes criticism but keeps smiling even though you're hurt and works long hours even though you're tired. Here's to you, daycare providers, who give of yourselves every day and understand you are here to love, provide, and protect. You just couldn't have written a more powerful post, one that got all kinds of engagement and shares and everything, if you're trying to be anything close to everything to everybody, right? Do you see the power in this? Insider knowledge plus those emotional triggers equals huge engagement and opportunity for your business, new conversations, new leads, that there's no relationship building needed. It's built in. Now, here's another post that she did. Huge engagement. Has your daycare ever felt like a war zone? Mine has. This is daycare. I love this one, right? This little kid, all dressed up with the sword and everything. As parents dropping our kids off at daycare, we don't want to think of it as a war zone, but I'm sure daycare providers do many, many times. That's the kind of insider insights, right? So remember why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master of none. You have to have a deep understanding of your niche for this to work, to get the messages and the offers to really sync together and have people flooding to you. All right, marketing 101, right? Intuitive. This is the kind of thing that any 101 book in the library, starting out a business book in the library, is going to talk about. You've got to pick a niche market. Now, Dom, he said, when you have to stop your ad because you have so many new conversations going on, you have trouble keeping track of them. It's a good problem to have. This is the kind of problem we want to exchange. Instead of the problem, I don't have enough people to talk to, I've got too many people to talk to. Now, I talked earlier when Shannon talked about, all the prospecting opportunities, just have your blog and your profile set up so people know what you're all about. Well, a blog is something that's so important that years ago with other founding members, we created a blog service for the industry. Now, this is the top of the homepage for Mary Van Dorn, the diabetic woman, right? And what I want to do is I want to show you how easy it is for you to create a blog. A blog is where your home base is online. It's where you're going to refer every single lead. In fact, I was just talking to Mary today, and she was talking about how all the tough questions she has answers to on her blog, things that she shares on her Facebook page, things that she shares inside of her free groups, maybe recipes and things like that. It all sends people back to the blog where she looks the part. It establishes trust and credibility, and all of her offers are there. All of her answers are there. All the support and help is there. So the most major objections that you have to people joining your team, becoming customers, right? You answer those really well once on your blog, and it's a huge time saver for you. So this is absolutely a must-have action step. You can't just rely on the social networks that change the rules all the time in terms of what you can represent and how it gets represented. There's not a business out there today that isn't successful that doesn't have a blog, a website representing them and their business. So let me do this. Let me just go down the page here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Very professional. Mary did all of this, by the way. She put in the buttons, the colors, the images. She chose what areas to focus on there. She put in, this is kind of like an About Us section on the homepage. Here's links to her recipes. Looks very, very professional. Testimonials from people from her business. These are her blog posts. She does one blog post a week, by the way. She said I spend about 20, 25 minutes on it, and I don't think about my blog after that. I've got it set up as this resource center for me, right? I got all the links that I want to share, and I interact with people, and they understand much more about who I am. So this is the kind of thing, believe me, Mary, she said before she started this, Steve, can I do this? I don't have any technical abilities whatsoever. And she got done with it literally in one evening. She said, I didn't even have to ask my husband or my teenage son. She was so proud of herself. You can do this. Now, a few really important things to know, other than that this service was put together by other founding reps in other organizations because they saw the opportunity. It starts out with 25 pages of content that are just ready for you there. This looks like a fully functional website from the second it comes up. And you just put it onto a domain that you register at a place like GoDaddy. A domain is just that address like practicalsocialmedia.com. You've got total control. You're the admin. In fact, you could even create a password-protected team area, resources for your team. We put thousands of dollars into buying developer rights to tools that make it super easy for you to do all the things you need to do. And we got all the support you need. We've got a site you can go to with short little tutorials, or you can ask us a question about anything. But you need to look the part. You need to look real. And you're going to refer everybody over here. All leads should have a chance. For your Facebook post, when you create a blog post, you should be sharing it on Facebook. It should be answering questions you get all the time, including the questions to the biggest objections and roadblocks that you get for people becoming a customer or a team member. Answer them well once. It'll save you a ton of time. Do it in a video, do it in a blog post, but just get it up there. You refer people constantly. This is newbie friendly. This is how you scale your business, you scale your trust, you scale your credibility. Now, remember, all of this, so far we've been talking about the marketing fundamentals that are just true to anybody marketing a business. How 8,000 reps before you have gone through and refined this whole process. And now we're putting it together with the latest and greatest from Facebook into one really smart plan. The 4 must-have action steps. We've gone through 3 of the 4 fastest ways to start Facebook conversations. So the bottom line is, this isn't theory. This is proven stuff. This is time tested. So what I want to do, if you've heard of any part of this, right, and it just makes good sense to you, go over. Get into the side over here and post into the chat. If it puts together a plan of things that you've heard in a number of ways in a number of areas, but never seen it laid out this well before, just go over there and put it in. Let me know, because I want to hear from you, because this is something that I know, based on working with so many thousands of other reps in the industry, that it just works, and it works really well. Let me go take a look here, okay? So, Ileana, I have. Daniel, yes. Dee, me too. Adrina, makes so much sense. Let me see. Craig, yes, me too. Yolanda, keep going. Oh, I love it, Yolanda. You're just so into this. Okay, let's get going here. So coming up, 2 more really important ideas. The first one, fan prospecting. This is the way that some reps are building. They have teams of tens of thousands, and this is the #1 way they're creating leads in their business. All about getting low-cost likes and what you do with them. And then how you can use Facebook Messenger not to send out one-to-one, but how you can broadcast out from one to many. You have to know these ideas. So what I want to do is just take a break right here and explain just what it's like to be a member of the university to get easier, faster, longer lasting results. What we do is we take this entire plan, our entire curriculum, we put it into a set of bite-sized chunks, fast-track steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. And they're up and they're online and they're available for you anytime. And if you have questions at all, you just ask. But what I want to do is tell you about how in just a few pages, you're going to be able to start all of this with a $1 trial. But first, let me go through 6 bonuses if you become a member of the university. So the very first one is I'm going to give you a swipe and use file. Remember when Shannon said get your blog and your profile set up? Well, profiles are just one click away for people to check you out. So this is a copy and use file that you customize for your perfect customer avatar. The secrets to what your niche wants and what you need to include in a perfect profile. You get that? And then I showed you the top and bottom of Mary's boosted post. But there is an ad template that others throughout the industry have been using very successfully. I'm going to give you that ad template so you don't have to worry about how do I structure the whole message. You just fill it in and customize it for your offer and for your avatar. Now, I'm going to show you how you can close 1 out of 3 leads. There is a 6-stage closing script process. I bet you didn't know that 80% of sales happen after 5 or more follow-ups. So we're going to give you a plan here with 6 different stages and scripts for every single stage. Now, in the second stage, there's going to be 12 interview questions. And this is Amanda. She's the music teacher we talked about earlier. She said these scripts absolutely have the leads closing themselves. She closes 1 out of 3 leads for her challenge group, for her paid group, people that have to actually pay to get in there. She closes 1 out of 3 of those. So this is absolutely brilliant. It is going to create a follow-up and closing plan that you've never had before. Now, we also take really important subjects like Facebook and we dive deeper than even what's in the university. And we put together a boot camp specifically for you. Normally it's $200. You're going to get it for free. Advanced Facebook targeting strategies, Facebook Live secrets, more Facebook Messenger marketing opportunities. How do you increase Facebook ad performance? And the boot camp finale. This is stuff that you're going to use every day in your business. And other reps are saying, woohoo, the boot camps are amazing. Thank you, Steve, for all you do to help us. The boot camp webinars are worth far more than I paid. Now, we're also going to put you into a private Facebook group, a closed group with others just like you from out the network marketing and direct sales industry. And this is where everybody's learning to put all this together. So not only am I in there, my team's in there, you can ask any question. You can see the questions that others are asking. You can see what others are sharing and asking, why didn't this work? And see what we say. Or what they're sharing, what is working and why. It is an incredible learning opportunity. Here's the biggest one, the last bonus. I am going to look at absolutely everything that you do to get the important steps in place to get these kinds of results. I'm going to individually review and make recommendations. You could pay thousands of dollars for other programs that aren't focused just on the industry, right? And you'll never get this kind of attention to detail. And again, remember, I've worked with over 8,000. I know the mistakes that are commonly made time after time after time. I can help you avoid those. And I can point you in the right direction to make things much more powerful in what you do right out of the gate. Also, if you act today, I'm going to throw in a fast action bonus. Remember, everything kind of hinges on, right at the beginning, finding your perfect customer avatar. So I'm going to give you our guide to how to discover the perfect customer, a step-by-step avatar guide. You get all of that today. Now, there are 2 wildly successful choices to get into the university, the $1 trial and the Crush It Pack. In the $1 trial, you get 10 days of full university access. It's just $26.99 a month thereafter. You can cancel at any time. And you get access into the private Facebook group. Plus, we'll give you the Social Media Prospecting Made Easy series, where we show you on all the top social networks how you can pinpoint and find your perfect customer avatar, your niche, and make 10 new social media connections a day in less than 15 minutes. That's savings and bonuses of over $1,100, all available today for just $1. So do this. Go into the chat. Tell me what you're thinking here, based on everything that you've been learning and seeing and how it's all put together in a plan that over 8,000 have tried and tested and refined before you. Let me know what you're thinking about this, okay? Let me go over it. Let me see what you're saying, because I know you guys are all really active and participating here. Yep, Chelsea, I thought it was going to be a lot more. Fantastic. Ileana, me too. Daniel, cool. Renee, yes. Lauren, yes. Michael, yes. Faye, I would say so. Well, guys, this is just the start. Let me show you what's in the Crush It pack. It's everything that's in the free trial. Plus, you get the free month of the blogging service, $22.49 a month thereafter. You get the Facebook Never Ending Leads Bootcamp. You get the personal support and recommendations of myself on exactly what you're doing and how you can change it for better, faster, longer lasting results. The 6-stage closing scripts and interview questions, the 7-part Facebook ad template, the swipe and use perfect profile file, savings and bonuses of over $4,100 for $147. So go back into the chat box. Let me know what you're thinking, right? Is this reasonable? We put this together so you could afford it and start crushing it in your business too, all right? Let me see what you're saying over here. Becky, I'm going to crush it. I love that. Seth, so much. Colleen, I could do this. Sandra, I'm in. Yolanda, is that a one-time payment? Good question, Yolanda. You've been very, very involved over here. The $147 or $1 is a one-time payment, and then it's just the monthly university or blog service that goes on monthly. You can cancel it anytime, so it's under your total control. What's the catch, says Gene? There is no catch, Gene. You know, everything that you see here, we put a money-back guarantee on. So we want to make sure that you have everything in place that you need. Brooke, I'm in too. Fantastic. Okay, guys, let's do this. Go to practicalsocialmedia.com/4-today. When I talk about the money back guarantee, get in there for 7 days. Try it out. Get into our fast track. Get into the Facebook group. I just made an offer for you to start asking me questions. Get in there, make an honest effort, and if you aren't satisfied after 7 days, you say, Steve, this just isn't what I was expecting it to be, then you get 100% of your money back, no questions asked. All right, so here's the 2 other ideas. One is the 4th of the magnetic conversion starting ideas. It's the 4th one about fan prospecting, right? So here's fan prospecting. We teach you in the university how to create a Facebook like campaign. So you do low-cost ads to get people liking your page, becoming new fans. When somebody becomes a fan, to the tune of about 10 a day, up to 10 a day, I want you to look at them and then send them a Facebook friend request. Now, they're people who are just like you because you targeted them, right? And they liked your Facebook page. They're going to be much more likely to accept your friend request. When they do that, not only do you have a one-on-one conversation capability instantly, but you can also go to your personal profile on Facebook and you can create a list of these people, and then you can filter the whole newsfeed by just these people. And then based on what they're putting up on Facebook, you can engage with them there. This is a prospecting strategy that has people coming to you that we have throughout the whole industry. People with tens of thousands in their downline are using this as the primary way to get new leads into their business and grow their business. Pretty exciting stuff. Now look at this. This is from Erica. I officially have over 1,000 likes on my business page, and I have this training to thank for pushing me to find my niche. This is the thing that was holding me back. We don't want you held back anymore. Now here's the last idea, and then I'm going to go into a question and answer. Live Q&A, okay? So keep your questions coming in, all right? Broadcasting with Facebook Messenger. So this is just people that you're friends with, right? You can send messages one-on-one. Well, did you know a text message, an image, a voice message, an audio message, a video, any of those kind of messages, make them so that they're a little generic. Just don't call out their name, right? Hey, I was just thinking about you and I thought you might like this. You create that message once, send it to somebody, and then on the right, you see that little arrow coming up from the box. Click on that, and you could then forward to anybody that you want. So you create it once. And then what we do is we have reps that are in there, and they said literally in about 2 minutes time, I can just type in the names off of my follow-up list that I want to follow up with, and I can put 40 or 50 people in there. The whole thing takes me about 5 minutes, and I've now just touched base. I've followed up with 40 or 50 people. This is something you've got to start doing in your business. All right. Well, I'm ready to start the Q&A. So go into the chat area, start loading up your questions, and I'll try to get through everything live here. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that you know while we're still live here, go to practicalsocialmedia.com/4-today to get the $1 trial or the Crush It pack. And here's what I'll do. I'll even extend for an additional 15 minutes after we get off So if you sign up today within that extra 15 minutes, I'll still give you the fast action bonus, the guide to finding your perfect customer avatar. Sound good? So let me do this. Let me start the Q&A. Let me go over there. You guys, you put, I'm seeing all kinds of questions. Oh, good. Okay. All kinds of questions. Let me just start taking these, okay? And remember, while I'm doing this, go to practicalsocialmedia.com/4-today, or just click on the Get Started Now button, all right? All right, let me see. Lots and lots of questions here. Elizabeth, can I do 2 niches at the same time? I'm so excited. Wow, I love the enthusiasm. But let me just say, Elizabeth, there's a couple of things you should know. First off, in order to do 2 separate niches at the same time, you got to have a whole separate marketing campaign, right? So you've got to understand each of those. You got to be an insider to each of those. You got to understand their unmet emotional needs. You got to put together Facebook ads for each of them. You got to have a blog for each of them. You got to have a Facebook page for each of them. Do you get the idea here? Right? All of this you set up once. Offers for each of them, free groups for each of them, that kind of thing. All right? Facebook parties for each of them, because everything you're going to do now is in service of that niche. Because that's how you're going to get that trust and credibility, right? That's how the whole follow-up process goes so much better. So it takes twice as much time, is what I'm trying to say here, to do 2 niches at the same time. So I asked Mary and Mark and Amanda, the people that we've been talking about here that have been having tremendous success, and I asked them, what do you think about doing 2 niches at once? And they all kind of rolled their eyes and they said, you know what? I would be so overwhelmed because I have so much going on just keeping track of the one niche that I have. So here's what I do. I prove that I take the niche of the 2 that you're most passionate about, okay? And then we're going to help you validate that niche, okay, in the university. So before you start doing any of the work, I would take the niche that you're the most passionate about, that validates the best, and I would just choose that and go for it. And when you become very successful, and you've got an assistant or 2, and you want to branch out to do another niche, fantastic, do it at that time. But put all your eggs in the basket that you think you have the most passion for, because you're going to be the best at that. You could be in the middle of a niche, an avatar, right? But if you don't have passion for it, you're not going to be any good. So that's what my recommendation would be. Keep all that enthusiasm, right? And just keep going for it. Okay, let's see. Maureen. Can I use my current Facebook page where I have over 1,200 fans now? I hope so. So here's a question I have for you. When you post on your page right now, because I know you've worked really hard, 1,200 fans, right? Yeah, 1,200 fans. I know you've gone through some blood, sweat, and tears and some money probably in order to get 1,200 fans on your page. But here's the question I have to ask, and I ask everybody. How many of those people are engaging with you? Remember Raquel said she's got crickets. She had 1,600 fans. But when she posted up there before this strategy, she's got crickets because it was made up of all kinds of people, friends, all the warm market people, people from here, people from there. But now you're going to be talking about and doing things specifically for your particular avatar. So they're not going to respond to that, but your avatar will. Remember when it was Linda Hopkins, the daycare provider, and I showed you after a page that she got up after 2 weeks, and she had 787 likes, 232 shares, 96 comments on it, and it was an unboosted post. That's because of the power of speaking to your particular niche. And remember, it's hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong. So this is anything but limiting, right? I talk about it as liberating. I said that before. So yes, I would have you start a new Facebook page. Don't delete the other one, right? Just put it on pause for a minute, right? And start up a new one. Very easy to start up a new Facebook page and do it for your customer avatar this time, right? And start using the strategies. Because literally with a boosted post, when you boost your post and you get it out in front of people who are just like you, that boosted post doesn't say, oh, it's coming from a Facebook page that's just starting out with 10 fans, right? Not at all. In fact, people aren't going to click through and look at your Facebook page, check it out before they finish reading that ad. They're going to read the ad and you're going to prove to them from what you say in that ad that you're just like them and you could really help them. So this isn't going to limit you in any shape or form, but I want you to have the power, the full power, because if you have a fan page that has a bunch of people that aren't in your avatar, Facebook will look at that and they look at the percentage of the people that are fans and the percentage of people that are commenting. And you're going to get much more restricted in terms of how much they put you out into the news feeds from the posts you put up on your page. All right? So hopefully, I know it's a little scary, I'm not having you delete the other, but believe me, you want to have a Facebook page that's set up specifically for your particular target market niche. And it shouldn't be post after post and product after product from corporate, right? You are the people. Anytime that you make a recommendation to do anything in your business, who do they have to go through? Who do they have to trust? You, right? It's never corporate that they're buying into. They're buying into you. Now you're bringing in all the corporate products and services, right? And you're weaving it together specifically in a way that makes sense for your customer avatar. That's what I want you doing, okay? All right, so hopefully that was a lot, but really, really good question. Let me look through some of these. I'm going to try to get to the ones that I think are the ones that are more universal. What comes in the Crush It pack? So I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing people that are asking about pricing and what comes in and things like that. Well, if you just go to practicalsocialmedia.com/4-today or click on the Get Started Now button right there, then you'll see everything's listed there, what comes with the $1 trial and the Crush It pack. Okay, and let's see. So let me move on, because those are good questions. What if I have a blog already? Asked Billy. Well, if you've got a blog and you know how to use it, right, we just recommend that you have that blog. So if you've got one, that's fantastic. Most everybody here probably doesn't have a blog or doesn't have one that they can work well or doesn't have the right kind of information up on it, the right kind of systems, the right kind of answers to the questions. You want your blog to be a referral center for you. That every time you send somebody over there, it just reeks of your target market niche, not corporate. In fact, Mary, if you go to her blog, you will not find anything corporate related, because it's Mary that you're buying into. And once you then start the relationship with Mary, then she starts taking you down the path, like in her free groups and in her conversations, toward buying product, becoming a part of her team. That's where she reveals all the opportunities. So, but if you've got a blog, fantastic. Use it, because you need it. It's a must-have action step. Put it in there that way. Okay, Alexa. I'm confused on the whole chatbot thing. Sorry. That's okay. Some of these are new concepts, new terms. All the chatbot is technology that Facebook created. You don't have to create it. That allows you to do many things. But the number one way that we're going to have you use a chatbot is to send that message you create once. You create it in advance. Then you write a Facebook post. You put it up on your Facebook page, boost it out, or you don't even have to boost it out, but anybody who comments on it, right? You're going to send that message you created from your Facebook page directly into their inbox. That's the chatbot. The fact that there's technology that does that for you, right? And then as soon as they open it up, part of that chatbot technology is, and they interact with your message in any way, they become a subscriber. You can message with them anytime that you want. You also, I don't think I mentioned this before, with all your subscribers, you can also send a message out to all of them at once. You've never been able to do that on your Facebook page before. So that's really even more exciting things. And I hope that kind of explains more. If anybody has any questions that I don't get to here, because I see a lot, then please send a message to customer service@practicalsocialmedia.com. I'll put it into the chat roll there, but customer service@practicalsocialmedia.com. All right? All right, let's keep going here. Let's see. Jordana. Are single moms a good niche? Yeah, I've been seeing niches that are kind of questions coming up about it. So I decided to take this. Single moms is a great niche. What we're going to do is we're going to have you validate it. And then we're going to have you take the whole world of single moms and target single moms that are even more like you. The more that you can narrow your niche, still keep it within hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, the more power you're going to bring, because the greater the ability for them to look at you and say, oh, you get it. All right, so we're going to probably talk about working single moms. And let's say that you're Christian, maybe Christian working single moms. Do you see how now you have so much more in common with them? And they see you even more as an insider? That's all part of this validation process. Refining it, narrowing it, getting it just to the right place so it's the most powerful tool for you. All right, so I think it's a great niche, a great starting point. I'd love to work on it with you, right? Remember, I made the offer to everybody here. You get involved, get that Crush It pack, and I will work with you. And the niche is a big way. You can even write in chicken scratch a list of things about you and send it in. Because I've never had a situation where I haven't been able to help somebody in the industry find the perfect niche for them in their business. All right? Okay, so thanks, Jordana. That was great. Let's see. Seth. I'm totally getting this, but what's the price offer? What's the price after this payment? So the $147 or the $1 trial. The only thing that comes afterwards is the monthly university for $26.99 and the blog service as part of the Crush It pack for $22.49. But again, I like having that as a monthly, right? Because you can cancel it at any time, which means I have to every single month, over and over again, make sure that I'm giving you enough value that you want to stick around. That puts the onus on us, and it gives you ultimate flexibility. So I'm glad you asked that question, Seth. Let me see, Simone. Seth, okay, cool. Fair enough. I thought that's what it was. Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Seth. Simone, if I don't know my niche, can this help me? Remember, I just said it, so you might have typed that in right before I said it. I've never worked with somebody that I haven't been able to find the perfect niche for them and their business. So I guarantee we can work together. I guarantee we can find it. And you know what? Tick me up on that. You got 7 days money back, right? Let's work in those first 7 days and kick the tires and see what it's all about. Sound good enough? All right. Hopefully. Thanks, Simone, for asking that. All right. Let's see here. Yolanda. Ooh, you've been participating a lot. Thanks, Yolanda. I appreciate it. I love it. The more participation, the more questions that you guys ask, the better this all is. Do we get all the bonuses right away? Absolutely. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get an email with a link to the bonuses that you got in your pack. So, and you're going to have a place you're automatically forwarded to where you create a password, a login, and you're right into the university. You could literally be starting in minutes. So let me just put this full screen back up for a minute here, because I wanted you to also see some of the testimonials that are up here with David and Michael and Tom and Lisa, because I want you to get a feeling of what it's like to be a part of this community where you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to have the desire to learn, right? And a system that you know works. So we've done this with over 8,000 others in the industry before you. All right, so let me leave that up for just a minute while I go over some of these other questions. So let's see, Renee, will you really work with us directly and look over what we're doing? I really will. I want you. You've got the 7 days to try it out, right? So I want you to message me. That's why I keep talking about this so much. I don't know where else you can get this kind of support. Now I'm the president of the university. I've been working for over 25 years in marketing. I've actually worked at a top 10 interactive agency. I was the director of client service working with Nike and Visa and Procter & Gamble and Miller Brewing. You know, I've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world, and I've worked with folks that are just like you and people who are ready to quit the business. So I really, really hope that this is something that you feel like is a very low risk, very low in terms of cost to get involved, and huge opportunity that's all intuitive in terms of how it can help your business. So yes, Renee, I will help you. All right, let's see. Adina, thank you. Doing this now. Love it. Love it. Okay, Roberta just signed up. Moxie, are you sure anyone can do this? Absolutely. That is the most common question that we have. Self-doubt is what will take you down. Don't do that to yourself, right? All the personal development that all of us are reading, it's a part of being in this business, is that you can believe in your own success. See your own success and know that success is right in front of you. This is a plan that others have done so much time and time again. It doesn't matter what area of the industry, what other products or services you're representing right now, right? You can do this. All right, I'm going to take just a couple of more because we've gone on a little bit longer than I wanted to, and I want to get you on in your day. But remember, if you have any questions, because there's a lot on here that didn't get answered, just send them into customer service at practicalsocialmedia.com, and we'll make sure you get personal answers to all of them. All right, let's see. Let's make these some good ones. Yes, Stefan says, yes, thank you. I'll be asking a lot of questions. All right, I'm going to keep you up on that. I'm going to hold you to that word. Katrina, this is what I really need. Well, I'm glad to hear that, right? Because this is all based, remember I said it's not theory, this is proven. So I want to help you. I want to be a part of your success. Let me just say this. Send all those questions in, right, that didn't get answered. But take advantage of this today. Take advantage of the bonuses. Take advantage of the fast track training. Very rarely are you going to have an opportunity where it's all up, do it yourself online, where then you can ask questions within the group. You can ask questions directly right to me, and I'll help you. This is something that I know you can't get anywhere else, especially all focused on the direct sales and network marketing industry. So thanks for being here today, everybody, and thanks for participating so much. I love it. It makes it so much more fun for me. I think you learn a lot more, and I hope to see you inside of the university soon. Thanks, everyone.